Hey, welcome back. It's 2 p.m. with the Trigger, back once again. Another week of giving you insights to help you shine on camera and shine on stage. It's all about you and your brand authority to help you shine because you're a go-to expert. You're worthy of having that title, the years of experience. You're worth the time that you've studied and learned and shared your great content. But today I'm going to pause. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Many of you know me, and I am always a forward-thinking, high-octane guy. I love to rock. I love to be on the positive side. I love to even take the negative and turn it into a positive. But today, I really just got to stop and talk about. I just saw this kind of your music maybe jump silent and then boom. That's how I usually am, right, Shannon? That's usually how I am. But today, I do want to slow down. Because I'm going to be real honest. I do want your feedback. I do want you to chime in. But today I'm going to get really real. Free webinars, free events, free training, free stuff that you're putting out there, free stuff that you're attending. It's killing. I've had more calls over the last 10 days of people that have gone to free. I had one this morning already. Reaching out saying, I've come to your events. I've gone to these events. I've done this event. But I wasted another weekend, Trigger. I went to an event and they promised me this and they promised me that, and all I got was jibber jabber and no tools. One of the biggest frustrations I have for a event, a coaching, training, anything you do, there's got to be a takeaway for those that attend. I call it tools for your utility belt. You got to have tools that you're going to give people so when they attend your event, it's not just for your stats or the pad numbers or make you feel good. You have a service that you're giving and performing, and you need to provide good stuff. Now, I understand we want to have a lead magnet to draw people back to us. But many of the free events, and look, I've done this myself, but I really avoid as much as I can doing free unless it's a free primer introductory thing that takes you to something that you know is going to be deeper. It's not a bait and switch. It's intentionally a primer. I'm going to give you some tools here tonight. I'm going to share with you about the bigger mission, about the bigger program, because here's where we're going to go. That's how you use free. Here's what else, Shannon. They need to come to our event. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Shannon. Shannon is one of the people that I partner with. I do multiple events with multiple people, and I have these conversations over and over again, but it's become really intense when you hear it from good people trying to grow their brand. You hear about a great event. They have all the accolades. They have all the bullet points. Their landing page looks amazing. You register for it because it says free, and you think, oh, I'm going to get some good stuff. I'm going to take it and learn it, right? I've written down some of the actual things I've heard the last several days. There was poor production. It was not a well-run, well-produced event. People tune out. If you didn't have a well-run event, whether it's free or paid, by the way, this goes both ways, but especially if you're at a free event and it just seems slapped together, poor production, poor hosting, poor graphics, audio, sound, whatever, people go click, just like your TV. You are now in the TV media realm when you run these virtual events. So when you do one and it's free and you put that forward, people attend, like some of the people told me this weekend, it just was horrible. It was a train wreck to watch or listen to. That's one of the big knocks. There was poor content. Now, again, I've gone through a lot of these over the years that we've been doing this, but I want to go back to this. Your content is your selling card. Your content is your badge. It's your authority piece. Your content needs to be of value. And I know we put together PDFs. We put together simple little content. But you don't want to give away the store, and I'm not asking to give away the store. But your content, your lead magnet, your funnel point, whatever it is that you're going to give and provide has got to have, it's got to have some stuff in it. It's got to have some value. It's got to have some good information in that. Here comes Shannon again. That's why we need you hosting them. Well, thank you, Shannon. Did not see that one in advance. Look, I've got more coming in here today. Bad sound. There we go. That is a bad one for them. Especially the bad sound. Dennis had to say it a second time. Because, yes, you're on these events. You're trying to listen. You're trying to learn. You may be writing down. But the experience is so important. So the bad sound, people check out. But you said it was free. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you really, really just straight up. Free means half-baked, half put together for most people. I said, let's get real today. I said, let's get real, because it communicates a lesser than value. It's communicate. You might get something, but we're not going to guarantee anything. What you want to do when you run the virtual events, when you run your training sessions, your webinars, your in-person virtual classes, you want to raise the bar, not drop the expectation down. When I run events, when I go to events, and they're paid events, I go in with the expectation, this is going to rock. This is going to be really good. I gave you some of my hard-earned money, and I'm expecting something. Plus, I'll look at the lineup. I'll know some of the names, some of the content. It will help you raise the bar for you and your products, but free has got to go. Unless I said at the beginning, you're losing it intentionally. Free training open. Here's the beginning of the funnel. Here's a special event for my larger program that we built on this. I'm going to give you an example of that in just a moment here as more. Sometimes it's, here we go. Dennis is into this today. Dennis is totally on board with today. Yes. Sometimes it's so loud. You need to have an experience with people. I used that conversation piece earlier today. I was talking to someone that was telling me about this, and I was saying we try to create an experience for the events I run. You can almost see it, taste it, feel, touch it. When I give you a virtual hug or a virtual smile, you feel it, you know it. You're part of everything going on, and that's what a lot of this is missing. Now, recently I ran an event, and it was a paid event. I also did invite some people in for free because they wanted to be in and they're long-term partners. But I did a whole thing on YouTube. Now, there's a ton more I could go on the YouTube. I told everyone that during the presentation, during the hour-long training. I told everybody there's so much more I could do. I'm only giving you this much right now. If you want to learn more, boom. That's something where you make it clear it's free, but we're not taking you any further. You want to give good nuggets, but you also want to make them come back and say there's so much more. You're showing the value. You're showing your worth. You're showing your skill level of knowledge. But again, too many of us are doing it free, and we're coming up with bad experiences. We're also going to, again, this is another one I heard this weekend again. I thought we were past this, but during the pandemic, it happened a lot. A bait and switch. You go to the event. They said it was free. And then they said, we have this, this, and this. Again, the difference between I describe with my YouTube and what this is, I tell you up front, this free event is a primer. I will tell you this is the beginning, an introductory. Other people do that just as well. But when you go in and they say, we're going to give you 5 great tips here tonight, and you get 3 and your time is up, and they go, oh, I'm sorry, we'll have to come back again. But the comeback to give those 2 other tips and 2 more tips is going to cost you $95. That's the bait and switch I'm talking about. They intentionally set you up with a failure, and then you sit there going, wait, I came for 5, I got 3, and you want more out of me, and I don't know if I'm going to get that even. That's killing events, streamers, producers, content providers. Yes, Dennis, it would smell good. Dennis has been around. He sees me in action. We can have all sorts of fun with this, can't we, Dennis? So this is something that raising the bar is so important. But let's get real about it. It's going to take work. It's going to take energy. It's going to take planning. We're moving too fast. That's why I said today, usually I'm rocking. I'm having fun. I am the life of the party. I love to have fun. I love to stay on the positive. I'm doing this because I really care. I come from a service background. My mind is always set for service. It's been the detriment of my own business career that I serve and I give, 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 give. I love helping people. But today I'm just saying, stop with the free. You may think you're helping people. You're also teaching them that your content will always be free. Hear that again. You're teaching them your content is free. When you try to sell and say, this is legitimate, this is good, here's an extra effort I put in, we have a special guest, people will go, no, I've been coming to you for free forever. Why would I start paying you now? These are the things that people are literally running into, that you are hurting your brand. I talk about your brand, your power of your brand. Remember, you are your brand. You are the brand authority of this. You are diluting yourself and your brand power by doing free, free, free. Make the change. Make the commitment. Let's get real, because free is hurting you, your prospective clients, the people you want to work through, and many of the events are not worth attending. I know I may be stepping on toes. It's usually not my nature to do it. But this is where, look, if you don't have clear takeaways, if you don't have, here's A, B, C. These are my action steps, 1, 2, 3. I want you to write them down. I want you to take them home. I have a free guide that will help you flesh out these 1, 2, 3s. If your takeaways don't match what you're doing in the webinar, if you have a completely opposite takeaway download freebie that doesn't match your training session, you're just throwing fluff at them. One of the tricks of having a successful online event is keep it in the theme of what you're talking about. Your takeaways, your giveaways, offers, whatever, should all align with that same thing. Don't go talking about cars and switch over to camping or whatever it is you got. Stay within your lane and make your products, your giveaways, your landing all central to everything you do. It will make you the authority. And it's worth paying the money to come to places where people shine as the authority. Time is valuable. I don't know about you, but time is like flying by. The weeks are going way too fast. The days are going too fast. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Time is money too. We have all heard that. But if my days are burning and I'm going to events, and I do attend other people's events besides doing what I do, I love going to other tents, learning what other people are doing, see what's happening with my colleagues, my partners, seeing what Tony Robbins and other people are doing. Yes, it's all part of it. But you're not going to be paying cheap money for some of that. This is where time and money come together. And if I'm going to go to an event, it better be good, because you only get one chance. You get one chance and Trigger's not coming back again. Let's see what we got coming in. The only expectation is to deal with the score or business help. Yes, you want something that's going to be a business help. Here comes Shannon again. And let me see if I can go find her. It's a sales pitch. Yes, very often these events are a sales pitch. They're nothing more than that. Shannon and I partner together. These are not sale pitches. These are how-tos. These are development events. These are, and we planned that when we talked, when we met. The first thing I told her was, if there's no how-to, if there's no utility belt, if there's no thing to help these people concrete, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. We have to have clear things that people walk away with and go, thank you. It's like going grocery shopping and you filling up your cart and all you did was fill it up with air. And you get to the cash register and it's nothing. You want to go to the store and get good quality stuff. You want to fill your basket up with as much goodness as you can. That's the way you want to run your events. Friends are having a good time here today with me. I'm glad that you're playing along. This is where free, and I know it's hard because you want to get the funnel open. I know you want to start and think, if I do free, and if I just do one more free, And I know I only had 3 people show up for the last free, but I know 20 people are going to show up for this one, and they don't show up. If you aren't getting the numbers you want and you're doing free, ask yourself this important question. Is free doing you any good? Could it be that the fact you're doing a free event and another free event and another free event, is the word out that your events are free and don't have the value? Now, they may, but your reputation, your brand hangs on how you show yourself. And part of showing yourself is an expert. If your plumbing is backed up, you're not calling Trigger to fix your plumbing. I guarantee you, you don't want Trigger to fix your plumbing. It's going to get worse. You're going to call Roto-Rooter. You're going to call a plumber. You're going to pay for that person to come to your home, bring their services, and help you fix your problem. You're coming to an event. You're dropping into my home. You're dropping into someone else's home. You're coming to that event, and you're wanting someone to be professional and give you something to help you fix something in your brand, in your sales, in your marketing, in your presentation skills. Whatever you go to, you're coming there to have someone help you. Would you really trust a free plumber to come in your house and fix your plumbing problem? Or would you really be on the phone calling somebody and say, look, the free guy didn't cut it, man. You need to figure out where you're going to do. A free lunch is a timeshare meeting can be the most expensive thing ever. Yes. How many of you have gone to a meeting with lunch? You sat down and they said, we want to talk to you. And they have no agenda. They have no plan. They have no outcome. They have no way to land the plane and help you out. It's just a rambling, babbling lunch. And you go away saying, I passed up 2 calls. I wasted a half-hour driving here, and I got nothing out of this. By the time you're all into it, you're probably an hour and a half, 2 hours into a wasted business day. How many of you have attended events and you wasted your Saturday thinking this is going to finally give me a good one, and you realize I could have done 101 other things with this? One way to help change the trend is, instead of banging yourself up, feeling bad that you went to another free event and it didn't have what you wanted, make a commitment to yourself and say, no more free events. I'm worth investing in. I'm worth me spending a little money to help me grow and invest. And that means I need to go to the right virtual events. I need to go to the right training sessions. Sniff them out. Check out their landing pages. Look at how they're doing in social media. Look what sort of people they are connecting with themselves. Make sure you know who you're going to go get connected with. For those of us running events, I really, really implore you to stop with the free, unless the only caveat I have anymore is free, and this is my sample night. This is my opening session. This is your opportunity to get a taste of what the larger course training session is going to be like. Make a promise to yourself as creators, I'm done with free. Hey, when I worked in an office, we just went for the sandwich. Yeah, well, Shannon's jumping on the bandwagon. They're having a good time. Thank you very much, guys. What do you guys think about this? In the chat, in my emails today, in the Zoom conversations, in the other things I got going on, let me hear from you. I do have a poll out there on this idea of what do you want to pay for? What is worth it? Does it matter if it's free or if it's paid for? And believe me, I've had some turkeys where I've paid for and I've gotten stung there too. So I'm not saying it's all about just because it's got the paid stamp on it doesn't mean it's always going to be good. You really have to look at what you want. But I'm hearing too many complaints. I'm hearing too many people just saying, I'm tired of the half-baked, half-cooked, half-presented. My heart bleeds out for these people because they're trying to invest. They're trying to grow. And it's just not working with halfway done things. We tried to do quality things. I wrestle with this. I fight with the people I work with. You, some of the people will tell you, I can be a stickler. We're going to do it this way. No, we're going to do that. Do things right. There's a way to grow your brand and elevate yourself as an authority. Free events are killing you. Question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep going to those free events, hoping and wishing that maybe you're going to land on one that really, really gets you to where you want to get you? Or you're going to kind of take the trigger pledge and say, no more free events. You're worth investing in yourself to go to quality events. The only difference between an in-person event that you would hop on the plane, get your hotel, get a rental car, have food on the road, and go pay big dollars for a big event. The only difference is the content and the quality of the people running the events. Many of the same people can be found virtually as they can live in person. You save a ton of money on the travel, the other exposure, and everything like that. But there's so much great content, good stuff here. Why waste yourself on the free stuff that isn't getting you what you want? Final comments coming in from the gallery. Shannon's giving me a yup here. Dennis is chiming in, I believe. Only pay for something if I have a great referral from someone. Now, that's a good one, Dennis. That's a really good point. The more you go to these events, you are going to find out people that have been burned. Like I've been talking to, and people know I do this, or they're ringing out and they're saying, I'm done. Trigger, help me. Oh, there are places to go. That's a great comment, Dennis. Look for referrals. Where did you get good content? Which companies, business partners, ongoing content providers are out there? Today, I just wanted to be real. Today, I just wanted to put it out there because it really is painful seeing good people coming back with high hopes, the dreams, the plans, and you get excited with something good. You get excited when you want to learn something new. You get all pumped up and they're coming back totally deflated, more confused because it doesn't align with the other things they've already learned that were good. And they go away really, really hurting, messed up, and frustrated. And it makes them go back. It makes it so much harder for them to go back out and say, you know what? That event looks good. They've got $50 on it. That event looks good. They got $100. It makes it so much harder for them to believe it can be good when we've gotten so much bad for free. I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. Every day at 2 p.m. I go live, and hopefully I'm coaching you, I'm equipping to help you shine on camera and shine on stage. Today, I just had to get that off my chest. It feels good sometimes. Just shake it off and put it out there. So please, give me an email. Love to talk more about this. rich@richbontrager.net. rich@richbontrager.net. And I'm not done producing. I'm not done hosting events. But again, you'll know the difference between what's paid, what's free, what's a lead-in. And I hope those listening are challenged, encouraged to raise the bar. Here's Shannon. I spent hundreds and it sucked. Let's raise the bar. Let's take it higher. Think of it this way as I wrap up today. We're creating a new industry. This has not been at the level and the volume of content ever before. We are literally building a new virtual landscape for marketing, for selling, for training, for equipping. This is a whole new broadcast medium that we have the ability to create ourselves. Let's create something great. Let's make something great that people are going to go, that's worth it. I'm tuning in, I'm plugging in, and they go away at the end going, wow, I got so much information, I don't know where to begin. Take that challenge. Let's make something happen, and let's stop doing free. Let's elevate and grow. See you tomorrow, 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Until then, have a great